They told us the Pacific Ocean was empty, that beneath those miles of deep water was nothing but nature, cracks, trenches, and randomness. But they never expected us to zoom in. What you're looking at isn't random, it's a blueprint. A city-sized ancient grid system, hiding in plain sight off the coast of Chile. Let me show you the path. The route begins southern Chile, near Puerto Montt. Right along the jagged coastline of southern Chile, near the cities of Puerto Montt and Coyhaique, the continental shelf drops off sharply into the abyss of the Pacific Trench. But about 300 kilometers off the coast, something strange begins to appear. Not natural sea floor, not ocean ridges, but straight lines, perfect right angles, rectangular blocks, measured out like ancient street maps. Zoom in and you'll see it. A vast, sunken network that stretches hundreds of kilometers. The structure, geometry in the abyss. This isn't a glitch. This isn't sonar artifact. We measured it. One corridor runs perfectly north-south for over 505 kilometers. Another runs east-west for 716 kilometers. The pattern forms a giant rectangle with zones, chambers, and smaller internal shapes, like a sunken capital city or massive complex. The whole thing is larger than some modern countries, and it's sitting beneath miles of water as if something catastrophic buried it long ago. Theory 1. The Pacific Kingdom of Mu. Long before Atlantis was whispered about in Greek myths, there was another continent. One the Pacific Island elders spoke of. They called it Mu. A lost Pacific civilization said to stretch from Asia to South America, advanced in stonework, astronomy, and energy. According to Hawaiian and Polynesian oral history, Mu was not just a continent, it was a motherland, the source of sacred knowledge and migration across the Pacific. What if this grid is part of Mu? What if this sunken city is one of its capitals, destroyed in the same flood that shattered global memory? Theory 2. Link to Easter Island and the Moai grid. Follow the direction of the rectangular grid. You'll notice something else. It aligns directly toward the island of Rapa Nui, known today as Easter Island. The Moai statues on Easter Island are not random. Many face inland, but others face outward toward the sea, specifically in the direction of this grid. Were they watchers? Markers for a sunken homeland? Is this why Polynesian navigation was so accurate? Because they were returning to places they'd been before the flood? Theory 3. Ancient Earth Energy Node. If you overlay the Earth's ley line grid, the electromagnetic blueprint of the planet, this region near 8° south, 107° west, sits on a diagonal energetic fault. This city could have been built where multiple energy lines converge. That would explain the perfect angles, the corridor-like paths, the aligned directionality, almost like a giant power node for the old world, and just like the pyramids, ziggurats, and megaliths above ground. This one, it sank, or was buried, beneath layers of ocean sediment, not destroyed by nature, but possibly deliberately erased. But here's the problem. These coordinates don't show up in any geological textbooks. No sonar expedition papers mention them, and yet they appear in high resolution on Google Earth. The deeper we go, the more we find. Parallel corridors, right-angled intersections, subdivided zones like neighborhoods, all under thousands of feet of seawater. You are not supposed to see this. How big is this, really? Let's be clear. This is not one temple. This is not one ruin. This is a fully zoned complex, over 360,000 square kilometers wide. That's bigger than Italy, bigger than the UK, bigger than the entire Mayan civilization at its peak, and it's still intact, frozen in time at the bottom of the Pacific. So why is it hidden? Because if this structure is real, and it is, then the timeline of civilization collapses. It proves. There were advanced societies before what we call history. That tectonic catastrophe, or a reset, wiped out entire continental systems, that the Pacific Ocean is not a void, but a tomb. From Chile to the deep, the forgotten path. This grid extends from Chilean waters into the deep Pacific, almost like a highway, a corridor that once connected the South American coast to sunken cities far out at sea. It mirrors the same patterns seen near Cuba's sunken structures, the Yonaguni Monument in Japan, and the ridged landing pad off the coast of India. It's a global network, and this section, from Chile to Easter Island, was one of its central arteries. You just saw it for yourself. The coordinates are public, the measurements are precise, the geometry is undeniable. So the only question left is this: what else are they hiding at the bottom of the world's oceans? This isn't just ancient history. This is the evidence of a lost global civilization, and it's only the beginning. Stay tuned, because what's buried will be uncovered, and what they erased, we're bringing back.